Hey dolls, Ms. Beat Basics here. I want to welcome you back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are going to be getting into the gorgeousness that is the JUVIA'S Nubian palette. I'm going to be talking about volume 1 and volume 2. Both of these palettes are sent from heaven. I swear to God, the colors are just beautiful. They blend beautifully. They all complement each other. Both palettes work well together or by themselves. That's, in my opinion, they're awesome for glam looks. And I mean, you can get a couple of daytime looks out of it as well, but I love doing glam looks with both of these palettes. They're amazing. Just like every other woman of color on social media, Instagram, YouTube, I have been obsessed with these colors, honey. So today I actually came up with the look that I'm wearing. So let me just get a little tighter frame so I can show you what that look is. Yeah, so like I said, I used both palettes to come up with this look. It was so much fun doing it because I actually got a chance to dip into both palettes and lay these colors down, see what looked good with what. So it was a lot of fun coming up with this look. But today I'm going to be getting into the swatching session of both of these gorgeous palettes. I mean, look at these. I mean, really? Do I even have to say anything? Look at these colors. They're amazing. And excuse how dipped in they are because like I said, I've just been going nuts with them. That's volume 1. And volume 2 just blew me away when it showed up in the mail. I mean, these colors are just life. Life, honey. And they all are just as pigmented as you see them in the pan. This is how they look on your skin when you spread them out or build them up, whichever one you're doing. They're just amazing. So I'm going to go and get into it. I'm going to swatch volume 1 first, then I'm going to swatch volume 2. I'm going to do a brush swatch and a finger swipe just so you can see how pigmented the colors are when you do a finger swipe and how they lay down realistically when you put them on your eyelid, okay? So let's get into the swatching session. So I'm going to start with volume number 1 and I'm going to be doing the first row here. Okay, now the first color here is this really, like, it's a pearl kind of beige color from what you can see how it looks in the pan. But when you actually swatch it, it has this pink iridescence to it, which is just beautiful. I love it. This is the finger swatch here, and this is the brush swatch right next to it. Okay, and like I said, it has a beautiful pink iridescence to it. I really love this color. The next color is this kind of, this reminds me of peanut butter from the one of the chocolate palettes. I really like this color here, and the one beside it as well. I'm just going to show you both of them together. This color here is much warmer for a transition color. This color is a little bit cooler, and here they are both swatched out. There's the first color here with a finger swipe. There's the brush swatch right next to it. Okay, and the second color, which is the cooler one here, okay, right here, is this it right here. This is a finger swatch. And this is the brush swatch next to it. Now with these two colors, I actually appreciate the fact that they sheer out once you put them down because they're great for a transition color. Or when you lay down your primer for your eyelid, just something to kind of help buff out that starkness of the white that goes with the using an eyelid primer. This one, I like how these two colors kind of just hide everything and just puts on a nice canvas for you to lay your shadows down. Now the last color in this row is just life itself. It's really chunky kind of glitter peach color, this color right here. It is just beautiful. Some people might find it a bit too chunky. I love colors like this. There's a finger swatch and there's a brush swatch next to it. When you see the finger swatch, it looks a lot more peach, but the brush swatch, when it shears it down, it comes off a little bit more white, but it still has that peach kind of look to it. I still love this color. So there you go, there's the first row, okay? So, on to the second row. On to row 2 of the original Nubian palette, okay? So that's going to be these colors right here, okay? And here they are swatched out against my skin. So here's your first color. This color for me is just so beautiful. It has like an iridescence to it. It's like salmon and pink and orange, and it's just got all these color rusts and everything going on in there. I just love this color. And just to let you know too, I'm only putting my finger in the pan like this and doing a swipe. I'm not going in too hard to get the color to come off like this on my skin tone, okay? So that's just to show you how pigmented and strong these colors work. So there's a brush swatch of that first color for the second row, okay? And here is the second color, this gold color right here. It's beautiful. Here is the finger swipe of that color right there, the gold, okay? And there's the brush swatch next to it. Isn't it beautiful? I just love these colors. They're just so gorgeous. Okay, and the third color, which is this kind of really red rusty color right here. Okay, is right here. There's your finger swipe. And then your brush swatch next to it. Okay. And the last color is this really chunky, rusty brown color right here. It's just so beautiful. Just as beautiful as the other, the first chunky glitter color, this color here. It's just as chunky, but so pigmented. I mean, look at this. That's your finger swatch here. And that is the brush swatch right next to it. Excuse my dark elbows. Okay, so that's the second row swatched out right there. Okay, beautiful, just beautiful. You won't be sorry if you decide to grab this palette. It's just gorgeous. All right, so on to the last row. Okay, so on to the final row. I'm going to be swatching it from right to left, okay? So the first color up is this color right here, all right? And here it is swatched against my skin tone. There's a finger swipe, okay, and a brush swatch next to it. Beautiful, beautiful red-brown color, or rust color more like, actually. Okay, then the next color is this kind of really warm brown. Great for another color that's great for a transition color. Really shows it's actually almost the same color as my skin, so I had to go in a bit heavy so you can actually see it. I don't know if it's showing up there. There's your finger swipe. There's your brush swatch next to it, okay? Then you have your third color, this kind of molten fudge color right here. It's just so pretty. Look at that. There's your finger swipe. And your brush swatch right next to it. Sorry. There's your finger swipe and your brush swatch right next to it. Beautiful, beautiful brown. I love this color. And the last color here. It might not translate what I'm showing here, but it's got like an ashy brown color to it, but it's a deep ashy brown. Sorry, more of a bark. An ashy bark color. It's really pretty though. I love it. Great for deepening up the outer lid. There's this finger swipe, there's your brush swatch next to it. Alright, so there's the last row swatched out. Okay, so let's get into the first row of the second palette. I'm going to be swatching from right to left, okay? And just a little side note, I just want to show you the brush that I'm actually using to do the brush part of these swatches. This is the Kat Von D double-ended shadow brush from their Shade and Light collection. Yeah, so that's what I'm using, just the stumpy end of this, okay? Alright, so starting with Morocco, this gorgeous orange color. Here it is swatched against my skin tone. There's your finger swipe and your brush swatch next to it. And I really love that it doesn't go on too powerful right away. It gives you the opportunity to build it up because it's a beautiful orange, but you don't want that kind of color just blopped onto your eye. You know, you want to be able to build it up. But it's a gorgeous transition color depending on what kind of look that you're doing. Yeah, so that's Morocco. Finger swipe, brush swatch. And your next color right next to it is Madagascar. That's that color right here. It's a beautiful brown color. You can barely see it against my skin tone. I had to go in a bit heavy so you could actually see the swatch. There's the finger swatch right there. And the brush swatch right next to it. Okay, you can see that. Alright. Next up is going to be Sheba. This beautiful metallic kind of khaki green, like I guess you could call this a khaki brown color. Yeah, metallic khaki brown color is what it looks like to me. But when it swatches, it actually swatches like an antique kind of gold color. There is the finger swipe and the brush swatch right next to it. See, it has that antique gold kind of color. I just love it. Oof. Okay, and the last color for the top row is Ya. This beautiful copper toned chunky glitter color. I just love the chunky glitters in this palette. There is your finger swipe and your brush swatch next to it. Like I said, all these colors are to die. Love them. Okay, so on to the second row. We go with row number 2. I'm telling you, every time I dip into this palette, I swear my heart just skips a beat. The colors are so let's beautiful. Get into the second row. And I'm just going to show you the magic of some of these shadows after I show you the second row, the swatches on my arm. Once you play with them a little bit, how they come to life against your skin. It's just amazing. But I'll show you that in just 1 second, okay? So the swatches first. There's Jezebel, which is one of my favorite matte shadows in the whole palette. There she is. That beautiful purple color. There's your finger swipe. And there's your brush swatch next to it. Alright. The next color up is Zuri. This beautiful white color here. Kind kind of, sorry, not white. It's more of a beige, kind of neutral kind of color, but it's not anything but neutral when you swatch. I mean, the shimmer on this bad boy will blind you. It's amazing. There's a finger swatch right there and a brush swatch right next to it. Okay. Third color up is this beautiful blue color, which is called Cleopatra. Okay, and there she is. The finger swipe and a brush swatch next to it. Just beautiful. I mean, minimal effort to get them to look this strong. I just love it. And the last color in the second row is Nefertiti, this beautiful orange color here. There's your finger swipe, and there's your brush swatch right next to it. Just beautiful. I mean, look at all four of those colors. Oh, life, honey, life. Alright, so let's get on to the last row. Okay, dolls, on to the last row of Nubian 2. Alright, so I'm going to be swatching from right to left. Your first color up is going to be Nairobi. And here she is. There's your finger swipe with this beautiful gold. I just love it. And a brush swatch next to it. Gorgeous. Next is Layla. That's that deep purple. It's almost a black purple, but it's just beautiful just the same. And there she is. There's your finger swipe and your brush swatch right next to it. Beautiful purple. I'm a sucker for purple. It's my favorite color, so this is no exception. Third color is Kenya. Okay. And there she is. Your finger swipe and your brush swatch right next to it. And my last color here is Egypt, which is the main color on my eye look today. Beautiful chunky glitter green, which actually comes off more like a foil, so I shouldn't call it a chunky glitter. It's more of an amazing foil. But anyway, there she is. The finger swipe and a brush swatch next to it. I mean, look at that green. It's just beautiful. I've been really getting into green eyeshadows lately, and this is definitely helping the cause. Alright, so that's the end of the swatches for the Nubian 2 palette. And as I said to you before, I am going to show you a few little tricks that I've been learning to make these eyeshadows just pop on your eyelid. A little bit of Fix Plus and a flat shader brush, and these eyeshadows come to life on your eyelid, honey. Give me a second, I'm going to show you these shadows. I'm going to show you the shadows that I messed with. I messed with Nairobi, Egypt, Zuri, and Sheba. And this is the gorgeousness that you are left with. I mean, look at these shadows. Look at this. You would think these are finger swipes. They are not. This is with a brush and a little bit of Fix Plus. I mean, do I need to say any more? If you don't have this palette in your life, girl, you need to get it. It's just you're doing yourself an injustice if you don't have this in your collection. Okay, I can't stop looking at these colors myself. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the first edition Nubian palette. I'm just going to pick a few random colors out of here, slap some Fix Plus on that brush, and show you how beautiful these colors are when they come to life, just so you can see that both palettes actually perform the same. Okay, number one, a little bit of Fix Plus and a brush, flat brush, and this is what you are left with. See? All the colors perform exactly the same in both palettes. I mean, look at that. This gorgeousness is it's just too much. I love it. And for this one, I used the majority of the satiny shades rather than using the chunky glitter shades, because you know the chunky glitter ones, as I did a finger swipe, it's already so pigmented. So I wanted to show you that with the other shimmery shades, sorry, not satin, shimmery shades, that they actually show up just as pigmented when you slap some Fix Plus on there. I mean, I just can't get over how amazing these colors are. So there you go. So after doing all of my swatches and my Fix Plus swatches, that brings us to the end of my Nubian 1 and my Nubian 2 palette review. I hope you really enjoyed it, because I know I did, playing in all these colors. And I hope I see you again next time. Until then, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and we'll see you next time, gorgeous.